James, I'm just with Adam Reynolds, sharing a really special moment with his kids. Just firstly, you had to leave because of your calf. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's not ideal, but to see the way the boys carried on and got the job done, that's inspiring. The group's been built on belief, hard work. Yeah, it's amazing, and to get the job done tonight, so proud. I mean, pretty much gave me a lifeline, this club, to come up here, and that was a dream, to win the Premiership up here, and yeah, glad we could get it done.
When you were here in 2023, to be able to come back, I know you've really had a tough run with injuries, but what was Madge actually like? Because we've obviously heard a lot of the conversation on these pre-seasons and how tough he was, but what was the year like with Madge?
It was enjoyable. I loved it. I've had a lot of history with Madge. We've had a lot of great moments, and this one just might top it. Geez, yeah, it's been a hell of a ride. The hard work we do through the pre-seasons for moments like we've seen tonight show resilience at the back end of that game. Myself, Benny, Josiah went off, so under all sorts of pressure and circumstances like that, to get the job done, yeah, it's special.
There were some huge moments and so many players put their hand up and totally owned them, but I want to ask you about Ben Hunt and just how chuffed you are for him to be able to have this moment as well, just as special as it is for you.
Yeah, no one deserves it more, to see how hard he works. I mean, he's copped all sorts of criticism over the past couple of years, and yeah, definitely doesn't deserve it. I mean, he's a one-of-a-kind person. The culture he's created at the club, along with the other leaders, it's been fantastic. So I can't wait to share a beer with him over this. It's going to be pretty special.
When you run out on the footy field quite often in a team, you speak about the jersey and what it means when you put it on and what it means to you. What does this Broncos jersey mean for you, Reno?
It means everything. I mean, I spent a large chunk of my career at South Sydney. I love that place, and you know, I love this jersey. You know, equally, if not more, to give me a lifeline to come up here and put the faith in me to lead the club. You know, I'm so honoured. I'm so grateful, and yeah, certainly don't take it for granted. So I'm glad that we can deliver this back to Brisbane and, you know, give our members and fans what they deserve. They've been solid. Ever since I arrived, they've adopted me as one of their own, and yeah, just so overwhelmed at the moment.
It's incredible. It's great to witness. Now, I know you've got 4 beautiful kids, so I've heard that you're the chatty one. Is that true?
I used to be.
Okay. Did you know that Dad was going to win tonight? He's pretty good, huh? What was your favourite thing about watching Dad on this? I mean, the crowd was pretty cool, but what was your favourite thing about watching him win a premiership?
Love you, Reno.
That he was working with his teammates.
Love that. Perfect answer. You know what? He's got a pretty cool ring you might be able to inherit as well, guys. Reno, congratulations. Go and enjoy it, not just with your family, but with the boys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Brilliant scenes. So many amazing stories intertwined in this juggernaut that is the Brisbane Broncos, the back end of the year, and that man, Michael Maguire. They were calling for his head halfway through the season, and here he is now, a premiership coach, not once, but twice, from South Sydney to the Broncos, just like his little general, the number 7 in Adam Reynolds. Great to have your company here. Such a massive post-show, so much to dissect. Phil Gould, Darren Lockyer, Cameron Smith all here. Lockyer, 2006, you held the premiership trophy aloft. It was the last time the Broncos were able to do so. Congratulations. How does it feel? How's it sitting with you?
Oh, it's incredible. Like, I think the last 5 weeks for the club and the players, the ride we've been on has been extraordinary. We beat Melbourne in Sydney, in Brisbane, and I think a lot of the fans and a lot of the players started to believe that we could actually do it. Then you go down to Canberra, and you have that game there, come back from 16, then have a week off, and then we play Penrith, come back from 14, and then tonight at half-time, 10 down, and we come back. So to have that belief, which Madge kept talking about, but the fans had it too. Yeah. Like the groundswell of support for the Broncos, I've never seen anything like it.
The Clive Churchill medalist tonight, Reece Walsh, Gus, leading into this match, everyone was saying if the Broncos win, it's on the back of their number 1, and obviously he's wearing the old jersey that Lockie had, and he does so with pride. Simply outstanding tonight.
Yeah, look, I've been saying ever since I first met him that he's a superstar. Yeah, when superstars can travel a rocky course early in their career, they get a lot of scrutiny, they get a lot of criticism, they're going to make a lot of mistakes. But all of a sudden there's a coming of age or a moment in time where they just stand up and say, this is mine. And he had about half a dozen of those moments with and without the ball tonight. He really stood up and did some amazing things and virtually took ownership of the result. He had a lot of great teammates, don't get me wrong. You don't win it on your own, but it's one of the more extraordinary individual performances I've seen from a player in a big game, what Reece Walsh produced tonight, with and without the ball. He saved tries, he set up tries, he scored tries. Absolutely incredible. He's a superstar.
He certainly is. They're just walking past our set here, as you can see. They've got the Premiership trophy, and there is an ocean of Broncos fans in the stands here that they're all heading over with.
You've been in and around a game a long time, Gus. Can you think of a better performance in a grand final than an individual?
No, like I said, it's the best individual performance I've seen from a player in a big game like this, like an Origin or an Origin or a grand final. Reece Walsh to stand up on this stage and take on the might of the Melbourne Storm. I mean, everyone talks about the Melbourne Storm spine. There was 4 other players in the opposition team that any one of them could have taken charge of this game. And as a quartet, they were going to be hard to contend with. They had the running in the first half. But he virtually took them on it himself. He made it his responsibility for the Broncos to get across the line tonight. His attacking play was breathtaking. His defensive play was incredible. But just the way he imposed himself on the game. You blokes were all great players.
The man of the moment comes in for a Lockie hug. Well done, Reece. Congratulations to you, mate. The great man was just giving you a big rap, mate.
You deserve it. You deserve it, mate. You deserve it all.
Well done, Ezra. Good boy.
Well done, Ezra. Congratulations. Isn't this a nice moment? You can see how much it means to them, Cameron. You've been there before as much as it hurts you tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm disappointed, of course, as a Melbourne Storm fan, but you look at these young players of the Brisbane Broncos, and it's just, they've now reached the pinnacle of the game. They've worked so hard for so long. They came all so close only 2 years ago to have it taken off them in the last 15 minutes. They were in the position where the Melbourne Storm were this evening, with one hand on the Premiership trophy, only for Penrith and in particular Nathan Cleary to work his magic. But tonight, they found that resolve. They found the courage. They found the energy to finish it off.
Well, the man that has coached them to this premiership is joining us now live at the desk. Michael Maguire, Madge, congrats. We've spoken a few times of late about the roller coaster you've been on this year. You got to the finish unscathed and with exactly what you came for.
I've got a special group of players, I've got to say. They've been through everything. It's been a roller coaster ride. We've had ups and downs, but they all stayed true to what we've been building, and they've got the reward now. I'm so proud of them and how they've gone about things, and I'm just happy for them.
Maggie, I've got to ask you, early in the year, there's a bit of criticism around your coaching saying, he's too hard, he's working too hard, they're training too hard. How did you get this group to believe in what you wanted to do at this club?
Blah, blah, blah.
How'd you do it?
Yeah, look,
because you've turned them around.
I've been fortunate. I've been with other groups of players, and I just knew if they stuck the course, and I've been able to experience that with other teams. And I had belief with this group when I first walked in. You could hear and feel what they wanted. And obviously, a few of the boys have been through a fair bit over the last 5 or 6 years, let alone 2 years ago. So the hunger was in the belly. I just had to make sure that we fed that.
When people criticise you for training the team too hard, can anyone tell me a team in history that didn't train hard that won a comp?
No, to be honest, Gus, it's quite embarrassing that people talk about it.
Isn't it?
Because I've never ever seen a team that has worked easy and won a comp.
What team ever won a premiership that didn't train hard?
Yeah, well, you've coached, mate, and you know exactly what works.
Sometimes we've got a coach who's got to show them how to train to win premierships.
Well, it takes time. Yeah. I mean, you can't just turn up and think that they're going to be grand finalists. You've got to put them through all sorts of things to be able to teach them and to believe. And oh God, there we go again.
That's embarrassing.
That is embarrassing. I'll tell you what, it feels good though.
Let me ask you this question. Was there a game during the year, A, that convinced you could do this, and B, what was the game when they believed they could do it?
Oh, Gus, there was quite a lot of moments. I think once we got through the Origin period, I really saw a change, I guess, for the guys that came back from Origin. Like, we had moments where I thought, that's the way we want to play and how we want to play. But once we got through that Origin period, they just locked in. And I thought that was my leaders, Payne, Paddy, Hunty, Reno and Katoni. Those boys locked in. Like I've been with players, but they really locked in. I thought, right, we're going to have a run now. And that's probably the big change.
I think the other turning point team match was when we lost Ezra and we lost Reno. and everyone just wrote us off. But what did you say to the group at that point in time?
Well, I was pretty fortunate. I had a couple of handy players, and everyone kept talking about that. And people probably didn't recognise a lot of what we've actually been through. Albeit there was probably the noise and things like that. We had the players like Billy Walters, absolutely outstanding. We put him into a half, and I've had a pass with Billy at previous clubs, and I just knew what he could do. And then Hunty, he's been a 7. So the storylines of some of the things that happened today, like Hunty to come back, that is a special moment there for us to be a part of. He's copped it, over the time of when he had his last time at the grand final, and just to have a hug of him there, it was pretty bloody special.
Yeah, it means so much.
You've won one at the Rabbits, and this is probably not the right time to ask, but how does that rate compare to this one?
Oh, mate, they're all special, Smithy. They are hard to get. I've been trying to get to this for 11 years. So, to have it in 2014 was an incredible ride. And, I always thank the clubs, and I was fortunate overseas at Wigan and South. They're bloody hard to get to. And these boys have been able to put their name into history books. But Brisbane's a special place. Last week with the crowd, I've never seen anything like that. We've had some special moments with the South fans, but that was amazing what they did last week, and that just rode the team home.
Well, they've travelled with you today. This felt like a home game for Broncos. This honestly, it felt like a home game, and I actually took a photo after the game because I've never seen a crowd stay back. As many people stayed back after full time to watch a presentation as what I saw tonight.
Well, when you sit down in your coach's box, you sort of look around, and the flags and the Broncos fans, they were everywhere. Like, you could see that they were outnumbering, obviously, the storm. And, I think we've had, 10 planes come down. We've had bus rides. I've had all sorts of stories from people coming from far and wide. And it's a big brand, this one. It's the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get to sleep tonight, but I'm going to have that it's going to be going in my head all night.
Welcome to wait till you get home.
The party will be huge.
It's going to be special, though.
Well, you've got the NRL, NRLW double today as well. So, celebration's massive. And, mate, you've done something for you can do. You won over the state of New South Wales by winning an Origin Series last year, and now you've won over the state of Queensland, or the bulk of them, with this here tonight. So, congratulations to you, mate, and we'll let you go and enjoy your team.
I just want to say well done to the girls too. That was a special game, that one too, for the girls.
Big year to be a Queenslander. Origin, NRL, NRLW.
Yep.
Big year to be a Queenslander. You're not a Queenslander. How'd you get in there?
He's got life membership now. Madge, we'll let you go join your team, mate. Well done.
I appreciate it.
Michael Maguire joining us here, the victorious Brisbane Broncos coach tonight. Where I've got to say, it certainly does feel like we are at Suncorp. Stay with us. So much more still to come. The celebrations continuing for Brisbane. Where to now for the Melbourne Storm on top of that too. You're watching Nine's Wide World of Sports, where we've got some must-see TV coming your way later this week about what unfolded right here a quarter of a century.